When we feel stuck, we think the answer is to add more. Another income stream, another tactic, another hack. But real change does not come from just stacking, it comes from subtracting. So if you feel stuck right now in work and in life, it's not because you're broken. It's because you're still clinging to what you know is no longer meant for you. In this episode, I'm going to show you why letting go isn't failure, it's your first real investment in freedom. Welcome to Uncage Yourself. I'm Matt Doan. On this show, we explore strategies to help family-focused professionals smartly graduate corporate life and build entrepreneurial freedom. Our goal? Maximize freedom, income, and impact. See MatthewDoan.com for more. Now, let's dive in. Everyone says they want change. A new chapter, more freedom, a better financial situation, time back with family, space to breathe, think, and live. We've all said that before. But here's what usually happens instead. We cling to the paycheck. We cling to the title. We cling to the provider role that's slowly draining us. Why? It's because the mind is wired to fear loss. And when it does fear this loss all the time, it doesn't want to release what it's gained. It just wants to keep adding. We've been trained to add because losing something feels like failure. So instead of letting go, most people just stack more. They reach for another income stream, another real estate play, a weekend side hustle, a new productivity app, another calendar hack, whatever it is, they stack and stack and stack. They don't realize that they already have this very full plate that can't handle it. But ultimately, nothing changes because you don't rise by adding more. And isn't that what we're really here to do? To elevate, to rise, to get to our next level in life as we talk about graduate upwards? You don't rise by adding more. You rise by releasing what weighs you down. Even a hot air balloon can't lift until that ballast is dropped, until that weight hits the ground, and then it can fly upward. Same thing applies here because transformation does not come through addition. It comes through subtraction first and foremost. You don't rise by clinging. But this is what keeps most people stuck in corporate roles and in situations that look successful on paper, but deep inside they feel hollow in their real life. And we keep saying things to ourselves like, oh, it's not that bad. I should just be grateful. My family needs this income right now. Well, once this project is over, then I'll have more space. It's too late to start over, or I just need to push through this quarter. We tell ourselves these stories that it's not a good time. We need to keep clinging to what we have. And yet, every week, as you keep clinging to these stories, your energy fades, your creativity stalls, your personal life starts to compress tighter and tighter until it feels like it vanishes. Now, rest assured, you're not broken here. You're just running a story, like many of us, that no longer serves you. But here's the shift. Letting go isn't failure. Letting go is the first investment, the most sensible investment, the one that's going to create the life that you're actually after. But it all starts with stories. These stories that grip us, that keep us stuck in these states, in a crappy corporate job we don't like, that takes over our personal life, that makes us feel like we're meant for more, all of that. Now, the most powerful things to release aren't always physical. They're those internal scripts, those stories in our head, those inherited beliefs that we've never questioned. So start here. Some stories you might want to release is the belief that your job equals your identity. Let go of the need to prove your value through pure exhaustion and grinding because that's some sort of badge of honor. Let go of the idea that wanting more for yourself is selfish. And let go of the story that now isn't the right time. These beliefs cost you way more than you think the longer you hold on to them. And many of them are subconscious. We're not aware until we peel back the onion and understand what's underneath. They keep you performing in situations and roles that aren't true to you. And they keep you clinging to the stability that's slowly suffocating your aliveness. And frankly, isn't that what we all want, is to feel more alive every day? That's my number one measure of success, is to feel more and more alive. And if I do things aligned to this whole idea of feeling more alive, heck, I'm on a good path, okay? So As we think about this, the real investment is to let go of what no longer fits. It's not investing in real estate. It's not investing in a franchise, another income stream. As logical as that might seem, as much as you might hear that out in social media land, what we need to start with is the first investment, letting go of what no longer fits. And once these stories start to shift, your behavior can too. You can start letting go of these real world things you don't like. You can stop saying yes to all this cross country travel you don't like, you don't need for your job. You can let go of letting your inbox in Slack channels run you from 6:30 in the morning till 10 at night. You can let go of giving your most focused energy to work you don't believe in. Let go of those autopilot routines that leave no space in your life for reflection, vision, or creativity. And frankly, let go of all the people, conversations, commitments, and content that you're consuming that drains more than it gives, like the news, for example. These aren't dramatic leaps. When you start to release these things from your life, give yourself permission to do it. They're strategic in nature because they create room, time, energy, attention. You get space back in your life. And that puts you back in the driver's seat. Now, here's the reality. Letting go of what no longer serves you, most people won't do this. They will cling tighter out of scarcity, out of survival. They'll cling to that paycheck, to the role, to the illusion of control, although it doesn't exist. They'll start to collapse under the weight of their own safety story that's been programmed into their head for decades. They'll keep stacking and stacking more and more until there's no space left to build something of their own, even though that's what they might crave more than anything. And when the system finally says no to them, it rejects them, maybe a layoff happens, or they hit their head on a ceiling in their organization, they'll have nothing ready. Don't be that person. But for the few who do let go, like I work with all my clients here, and what I've been through before is the letting go process gradually, wisely, intentionally starts to create something different. You've got space in your life to then feel healthy at home, to feel good with your family, to feel confident of saying no to working corporate stuff on nights and weekends. You have room to build an aligned business that's authentic to you, not just a supposed moneymaker, but something that actually lights you up. Because frankly, isn't that what you need to feel alive, lit up every day? They also start to reclaim presence with their families. These people that let go operate from a place of choice, not fear. And that's the big difference here, is putting yourself in a position by letting go of what no longer serves you so that you can start to say, this is the choice I want to make. This is the path I want to walk on. And I'm not operating out of fear, out of scarcity. These are all internal stories to let go of first and foremost. So bottom line here, we've got to let go to rise. Imagine that balloon. It's weighed down on the ground. It's got all the potential. It's got the helium blowing up, the fire burning, but ultimately it's so weighed down. We have to release all those weights so that you can start to soar. Now, just practically speaking, you don't need to burn it all down. I'm not saying, hey, quit the job and do something stupid. You know me better than that by now. But we need to start making better decisions that your future self would thank you for. Letting go of what no longer serves you isn't reckless. It's this quiet beginning of freedom, this movement off the starting line that feels right and says, oh, I've got traction now. I'm doing something bold. And sure, maybe it feels small right now, but it'll stack again tomorrow and again and again. And those little gains will compound to the point where I've let go of stuff that doesn't serve me, the stories, the people, the ideas, the activities, the things I used to say yes to. And in that space, I'm going to create a new chapter. I'm going to build an awesome business. I'm going to start to connect with the people I'm meant to. I'm going to boldly put myself in environments and programs and masterminds that up-level me, that force me to be my higher self. These are the sorts of things we need to do, but letting go is that first investment so that we say no to the work that no longer aligns. Instead, pull back your energy from all those cycles that deplete you and reclaim it for the parts of the life that you want, that feel like performance, that feel like, yeah, I'm on my path right now. That's what we do inside the corporate graduation system, is think through, how do we get the right things let go of? How do we release them with a smile on our face and be like, yeah, I'm bold enough to do that. It's important enough to myself and my family to do that. You don't get started on your new chapter with business tactics, with strategies, with being in the weeds. No, It starts with very thoughtful subtraction, removing from your life what no longer serves you. Those people, activities, ideas, thoughts, stories. Letting go is truly the first investment. If you want to dive in deeper, as always, I urge you, head on over to matthewdoan.com. We've got lots of resources there, killer newsletter, podcasts. We've got videos there to help spur your thinking around getting through your corporate graduation. And letting go is that foundational piece to get yourself in a place where you can actually execute on such a life-altering transformation, right? We got to let go of that chapter that no longer serves us, including all the component pieces. Because the return on investment of that, of letting go, is this tangible. It's your time. It's your energy, your alignment, your personal life. So please choose subtraction over survival. This will prove everything to your future going forward. Believe how tangible it is. Understand how this translates to the life you actually want. Release what no longer serves you, and let's thrive. Let's elevate. We'll talk soon. Thanks for listening to Uncage Yourself. Check out matthewdoan.com to subscribe to the podcast and view our services and helpful resources. If you enjoy the show, please rate and review us on Apple Podcasts or wherever you're listening, or just tell a friend. Talk soon.